So Joanna, there were brands here this year, which is very exciting. What are your thoughts about what that means for the industry and where we are at a point in time?
Well, I think it's exciting. I think it's great. I think it's good for the industry that we have so many marketers that are interested in learning. It is either because the conference is about video, or because the conference is about programmatic, which is a word that I think more and more marketers are being exposed to, or perhaps that those two things are coming together, and that's sort of the nirvana in a lot of ways. And so you've got marketers now that are recognizing that this programmatic thing is real and that it's meaningful and that there's probably something really valuable in there for them, but they don't necessarily yet have a full sense of what it means or how it works, or what it changes for them. So I love that there were so many folks, 10 times as many marketers as last year, that just came to learn more about it.
And do you think that there's a shift sort of some marketers starting to take media buying, especially when you have tools and platforms like TubeMogul's, brand insight platform and things like that? Do you think they're going to start to take some of that responsibility in-house and in-source it?
Yeah, I mean, it's already happening. You'll always have a subset of the marketer population that will be oriented toward do-it-yourself, and that's fine. I think maybe 10%, let's say. But it's this next 10% that are starting to talk about wanting to do some of these things themselves. I caution them to be careful because it's actually a lot harder than it maybe looks. And I think it's worse to do it poorly than to not, and have a bad experience, than to not do it at all. So I think what's likelier is that some of the really strategic stuff like development of data models, just general data management, maybe some of the analytics capabilities will move more and more in-house, but execution may still be something that they go to outside parties for. The question is what kind of outside party, right? Because the agencies, I think, face a wider range of competition than ever before.
So we talk a lot about data and analytics, and they're often talked about in different discussions from programmatic, but they are very closely intertwined, right? Data becomes actionable and more meaningful when you can buy against it, which is what programmatic sort of enables. Do you think that the deployment of programmatic or sort of wider adoption of programmatic buying tools is going to result in brands feeling more comfortable and confident in the use of data and analytics in driving their buying decision making?
Yeah, and I think that's happening, and it's coming from various parts within these organizations. You have change agents inside the organizations at lower levels, still senior level people, but not the CMO, that are pushing for these things because they're just those kinds of people that believe in the value of data and being more sort of data driven in the marketing. And then at the same time, you have sort of CMO level folks realizing that the world of consumer behavior has flipped upside down in the last few years, and consumers are savvier than ever, they're more demanding than ever, they use more devices than ever, and all of these things are very disruptive to marketing. So on a kind of really high level, strategically, I think CMOs know that they have to be faster, smarter, more relevant, and be involved in two-way conversations with consumers wherever they are. So it might not be as sort of overt, like data, I need to understand how to use my data as a CMO. It might not be that, but this general sense that you have to be smarter and that data powers good decisions, I think now exists at the CMO level. In terms of programmatic, then back down to the folks that are getting it done, that are doing things, absolutely. I mean, I was talking to a marketer today who said, we definitely need more savvy analytics folks.
Awesome.
Because she sees the opportunity and she feels like she's not staffed to do it correctly.
Savvy analytics folks are at a good place in the job market right now.
Yes, they are.
Awesome.
Yes, they
well,
are.
Congratulations on your new job.
Thank you so much.
Very excited to see what you produce in the next couple months.
We'll see. I'll try to impress you.
Awesome. And we'll see you hopefully in NAPA next year again.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.